Well, hello. Merry Christmas Eve. Happy sixth night of Hanukkah. Hope everybody's having a nice, relaxing evening, afternoon. I'm here to do batch 163A. So this is the first batch of December, bottled on December 8th. Some proof on this sucker. 57.35 ABV. I haven't done one of these in a while. I'm not. I probably won't go back and try to revisit the old ones, but I am going to try to stay on top of it now because I'm going to start doing these on YouTube. It was sort of disheartening on Instagram because there was no exposure because we're liquor, which is sensitive, and you can't have your reels make money. Not that I care about the money, but for consuming alcohol or tobacco. And today I'm going to do both. Oh, oh man. That is a wintertime batch for sure. Oh, let's try that again. I haven't had this one out of the bottle yet. Woo. Very oily, very creamy. Well, let's talk about what's happening right now. Got black pepper, white pepper, got some char. No black tea. I remember when I was blending this that I had black tea. That is gone. It's all sort of settled down now that it's been a few weeks in a bottle, unopened. They changed the same open or unopened. And, a little bit of warmth. All right. Okay, sorry, I barely... So, also the other thing, if you haven't seen one of these before, I mean, I do describe flavors and everything, but I try to stay pretty rudimentary because I sort of know what people want to know, what they're looking for. Do they like oak? Do they want one without oak? So I try to stick to the basics as far as flavors. Whew. There is some fruit up front, but I would say it's definitely candy forward. More caramel and some brown sugar, but man, this finish is massive. There's so much spice happening. So if you're not a big fan of spice, this one's not for you. We can get in all the spices because there's a lot of them. Like I said, there's black and white pepper, tons of cinnamon. My tongue is just tingling. It's pretty. Fortunately, I think if this drank any hotter, it would be too much. I think that tingling is so intense it would be perceived as sort of an ethanol burn, but the ethanol is like minimal. I had some warmth going down on that first sip, but now it's nothing. And as the cinnamon disappears, it's just this really nice, like honey and maple syrup coating on my tongue. This is beautiful. Beautiful and intense. I'll tell you, it's so oily and candy forward. It is like having one of those caramel squares melt in your mouth. Like I almost don't want to drink it. It's so nice up front, and but then when I do drink it, I don't regret it. So now I've had a few sips. It's not quite hitting me. It's not quite as big because my palate's become acclimated to everything. I am in love with this batch. This is very reminiscent of older wintertime batches. It's just, there's a lot going on. Definite flavor journey. I think when I did the blend for the batch though, it just mixed everything together right away. It was a little more intense. It's kind of mellowed out some, but I would not say it is well balanced but it's definitely leans more towards the big spice, big pepper, some ethanol heat. The oak is really buried. I kind of remembered it having some more black tea, but maybe some char, but there's no bitterness, no big oak. It's all, unless it's there and I can't access it anyhow because all the spices are so huge. But I'm in love with this sucker. I know how I'm spending the rest of my afternoon, early evening. So again, Merry Christmas Eve, Happy Hanukkah. Hope everybody is doing what they want to do right now. Whether it's being alone and hanging out with family, hanging out with friends. I hope you're just having a good time on this fine afternoon, early evening, wherever you are. And cheers. We're going to have some more of this batch 163A.